Hi everyone, it's Varsha from Knowing Luxe. I am here to talk about traveling with your luxury bags, what you typically will need when you're traveling, especially when you'd want to travel light, because I am both a luxury goods lover, as you can kind of see, but I also love to travel and I like to travel efficiently and I like to have all the fun that I could possibly have. Sometimes shopping is a part of that, but often it's not, right? It's a lot about sightseeing, it's a lot about culture and art and museums. And so you have to, it's sometimes the beach, for example, sometimes cities, sometimes, so many things. And so you have to really think about what you're gonna take, how it's gonna fit into everything that you're doing, and also being able to put it in a rollerboard and also a hand luggage, like that second piece that they allow, without any weight issues, without having to constantly be confused about what to wear. And I find that the less that you pack, the more fun your trip is. And so I typically will have a game plan on my bag. So if you are interested in figuring out how to make all your outfits work, how to have something from for your evenings, how to have something for the daytimes when you're running around a town or in a city or in a museum, and then how to also have something for the plane. My go-to is always to have a minimum of 3 bags. That means 1 tote or even a size like this, which I will show you. Something that is large to medium large. I consider this a medium large compared to the Goyard tote, but something where you could fit your toiletries, you can fit your makeup bag, you can fit your camera or your phone, you can fit a scarf or a sweater. It's plenty big enough for all of these things. If you're an expert packer like me, you can fit plenty of your hair stuff, your makeup stuff, all your sort of essentials for medications, things like that can usually fit in a bag like this if you're super efficient with your space, and that's a whole other conversation to have. But I will typically have something like this, or something a little bit larger for if I'm going away for 2 weeks. I'll need more space. Maybe I'll stick a sweater and a scarf and my toiletries and hair stuff in there, and it fits beautifully in this size tote, But this can also be great if you're going for a shorter trip. Now, having said that, I'll actually put it here so you can enjoy it. Having said that, that's only step 1. Once in a while, you'll need that tote bag. You can dump everything out when you're in your hotel and then use that tote for if you're gonna go to a market or shopping or something like that where you wanna have a little more space. However, typically during the daytimes on my trip, I need a medium-sized bag, and I need a medium-sized bag that will allow me to feel safe from pickpocketers, safe if we want to take public transportation, because we are those kind of adventurers, and not just always take cabs. So something that's also sometimes a little low-key. Now, depending on where I'm going, I will take a bag like this. Oops. Right? So this kind of bag, no one really knows that it's a luxury price point unless you really know, right? Loewe's puzzle bag. It's great. Now, it also is really durable and the perfect size. It actually fits all my daily essentials. Plus I can cram in an Hermes shawl, the really nice 140 centimeter shawl, actually goes into a shoe dust bag that is clean, and then I put it in here, folded up nicely, so that I can really go day to night with this kind of bag. If I am going to a big city where I'm not as worried about neighborhoods and where we're going and things like that, I will take a bag like this. I mean, this is a very large, bigger than a medium flap Chanel bag that can fit all your daily essentials plus more. And typically the one thing that I typically need more of is something warm for the evening to convert my outfit or whatever. So these 2 styles end up being perfect for daily run around on your trips. And you can vary it based on fabrics. I feel like a Prada nylon would be really good for this. Lots of options in this sort of mid-size range, right? And they can go day to night if you're if you happen to be out all day. However, what ends up happening is I'm exhausted, I'll come back, I'll take a nap or take a shower and then get dressed and go to some other type of evening thing, whether it's a show or a dinner or an event. And so I like something a little dressier, which is why, in my opinion, wallets on chains are clutch. So this is, of course, the Chanel wallet on chain. This is the boy version. It has been on so many trips, but I think it still looks so beautiful. You won't believe what this has been through. I've had black all along here that came right off with like a face wipe on a ship that I was on once. You know, it's gotten so much scratched and whatever, but it looks really gorgeous. Has a few wrinkles or whatever, but I wear this all the time because so many evening outfits go with red, and red can be that pop of color when you're packing light that looks really great against whites and blacks, which I typically will pack for, you know, winter trips and things like that. And this red just kind of adds a little bit of more interest to my evening looks then. Alternatively, there are other options. Like if you need something bigger, you know, there's this Louis Vuitton one, which they don't make this particular one anymore. It's very similar to the twist, but it opens up like this. And it's the same kind of size, kind of a wallet on a chain size. It has a chain, which I wish was a little longer. I haven't figured out how to make it longer, but this kind of works. It's very comfortable. And what I love about it is like, it's kind of this like burgundy purple. It's neither brown nor purple nor red. It's a very neutral color that I think looks fine up against black, should you need to wear it like that. But it also works with neutrals, florals, all of that. It is a gold hardware, but I tend to mix my hardwares. And you can see, I mean, it has some dings and nicks or whatever. Like I'm pretty careful with my bags, but I also love wearing them and I still think they look really gorgeous. Louis Vuitton leather bags are probably second only to, I want to say Hermes, but I don't really have anything to compare it to except for my Evelyn, which is also a good example of an evening bag, because if you unhook the casual strap to an Evelyn, so easy to pack, so like a mini Evelyn, you can just like keep it flat, put it inside this, and then wear that in the evenings and like maybe replace it with a chain strap, something like that, which I think I should do for my next trip. That's a good idea. But here's what I do. I will use this large tote. I will put, oh, and the other medium one, which I still have sitting out here actually, is this Coach Cassie, which is a great medium one too, because you can fit a water bottle in here. It's so big, right? So what I will do is typically in the dust bags. So I will put this in the dust bag like so, and then put the smaller bag in this bag. So the, like for example, the wallet on chain would also go inside of this, and then they would all go inside of this tote. And like so. I mean, clearly nicer, right? Like all the dust bags, some packing, you know, maybe stuffing it with something that I need to take like a sock or the other bags. And then I've got so much space here for all my other essentials that I will need should I get lost or need to like whatever. I don't usually check a bag, so I'm a really efficient packer. If you need help with that, let me know. I'd be happy to talk to you about it. But that's typically how I travel with my bags. It's typically the only way that I find you can pack very light is to kind of have this very simple game plan. And I think that this game plan not just helps you keep it light, but also just makes it less stressful. Like I will definitely decide, okay, I'm gonna take these 3 bags or these 3 bags, right? Like depending on the colors. And then most of my outfits will have to match that. So if I take red, it means I'm probably not wearing a formal like floral dress in the evenings that has only like blues in it or whatever. But like, though honestly, you can make that match. It's a neutral. So there's a lot of ways to get around it. I think it enhances the creativity in your packing, but it also requires a little bit of advanced planning, but it's so fun. And it also allows you to really enjoy and use your luxury bags through and through, rather than packing like a whole bunch of stuff and realizing that it was only like the 1 or 2 bags that you brought that really were the right fit. So it's kind of better to think up front about it and just not take all the stuff, plus damage, all of that stuff. So yeah, let me know what you think. How do you travel? Would 3 be enough for you? Would you need more? Would you need less? You know, I have half a mind to, like, if I was gonna take this, like in Paris, for example, if I took this one and my tote, that would be enough. Plus, when you go to Paris, you need so much room in your bag to bring back stuff that these 2 bags would be sufficient, for example, because there's so much more day to night. It's only when I'm taking maybe something with like a more casual coloring that I find in the evenings it looks too much like a day bag to wear out. So now I'm just repeating myself. Let me know what you think. If you made it this far, please subscribe. I would love that. It'd be so great. And I'll see you in the next one.